Eldest April.
And she's Molly.
Yo soy nombres.
Baxter, you know I don't speak Spanish. And we are the Book Besties.
Buddy book.
Looks like they could kill you, would kill you, is Tom.
You have other skills that are way more marketable.
Think it with my dick.
Funny books.
Against your will.
People love this book. I worked on that for a little bit, and as I was reading it out loud while I was planning it, I was laughing so hard at myself that I started crying. I go, she's gonna hate me so much.
I don't understand why, while we're about to cross the finish line, you've decided to make it completely different every week and just fuck around.
I love chaos.
Speaking of fucking around, I have a zit. I am 44 motherfucking years old, and I have more zits at this age than I did as a teenager.
Yeah,
and I got
something going here that I'm not a fan of. That really hurts, and they hurt more the older I get.
And this one is like right here next to my lips.
And
it's but it's not a cold sore. It's not. It's not a cold sore, but it hurts.
Yeah,
and
my hair's coming in really gray. Like really gray in the crest, which I like.
Yeah.
Because it'll be easier to dye. I'm in my 40s. And Livia gave me the best compliment.
What'd she say?
I look like Rogue from X-Men.
Slay.
Because my hair's red and I have white streaks.
That's amazing.
I have never felt so good about myself in my life.
I'll take that compliment.
I know.
So I'm sorry to pivot, but I'm trying to get prepared for
pivot.
I'm trying to get prepared for BookCon. We talked about this with Katie last week, which, by the way, that episode was so funny. Yeah, so
I laughed so hard at that episode.
Oh my gosh. I told Tom that I laughed so hard filming with you guys that I cried. So I had a feeling just watching it back would be great.
The three of us together are funny naturally. Mm-hmm. When we're just like bantering the three of us in general.
Yeah.
And so you add fodder for us to like tease each other in a good book, and we're just gonna go It's a fucking fireman's pole, man. It's wild.
What is happening? So I've been posting some videos to our TikTok. Some of them make it to our Instagram, but some of them are longer form, and so they can't go to both formats. Yeah. But I'm prepping, and so behind me, you could see that my bookshelf has started to be emptied off because
it's getting gappy. Yes.
Yeah, because I've got so many books sitting next to me here that have to go with me.
I thought you were just throwing books out the window. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
Okay, first of all, when I don't want to keep a book, it goes to the library to be donated to the Friends of the Library book sale. I don't throw.
We don't throw things out the window. Okay.
I do throw things out the window, but not books.
Because that would be sacrilege. I apologize.
Exactly. But I have 2 stacks of books going. I have the stack of I'm absolutely going to meet these authors because I have reservations for them. And then a stack of I really, really want to meet these authors, but I'm not sure that I'll actually be able to meet them because they don't have reservations. And I still have... let me pull up my list. I still need to buy...
Speaking of, Addison Armstrong's in that town.
Yeah.
Like, she lives in New York.
Yeah.
Is she going to be at con?
She's not going to be at con. I reached out to her to see if we could get together while we're in New York City. And if you follow Addison on Instagram like we do, we're mutuals on there, she just adopted her son. And so
He's 9?
I thought he was 7, but 9 might be right. So I don't think that we're going to be able to get together because she's still adjusting to that. But
being a mom, I'm so happy for her.
So here's what I still need to buy. Okay. I need to get 3 books by R.F. Kuang, Babel, Catabasis, and Yellowface. I've read Babel. And the other two, Yellowface has been on my TBR for a really long time. I know I'm going to be reading that one this year because it's going to be a book club book for work. And
It's Babel.
Calabasas, I want,
That's how you say that one?
Babel?
Yeah. I've been calling it Babel.
In America, we would call it Babel. It takes place at Oxford, so it's Babel.
I thought I was just dyslexic and not reading right again.
No. It's, yeah, so I have to get those 3. I picked up a book yesterday at Second and Charles, Olive E. Blake's Masters of Death. So I still need to get Gifted and Talented.
I own that one.
I still need to get Gifted and Talented and Girl Dinner. I read Gifted and Talented recently, and it was fantastic. I really liked it. I really liked it.
Master of Death called to me because she's a realtor / vampire. And as soon as I saw that, I thought Houston, Texas for some reason, and I needed to read it.
And the reason I want to read Girl Dinner, even though it's technically classified as horror, is because it's a sorority that turns cannibals.
I love that.
So I need to get those.
That feels very Grady Hendrix.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean?
I did pick up the second book in the Holmes and Teas series yesterday at Second and Charles. They had the penny a page sale.
Wonderful.
So I still need to get the third one. And I have not read a single Samantha Shannon book. But I have had the Priory of the Orange Tree and the Bone Season on my TBR for a really long time. So I'm getting those two.
There hanging out for a minute.
Yes. And so is the Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm just going to get those 2. And have her sign 2 because they'll sign 3, but I'm just going to have her sign 2 because I haven't read anything by her. So that'll be the first book in each of her series. Yeah. And then the last thing that I need to get, a couple other things. I need to get a Fellowship of Librarians and Dragons, which is the second book in a series by Jay Penner. But I want that one because Librarians and Dragons.
As one should.
Right. And then, the last book I need to buy is The Eye of the Bedlam Bride by Matt Denneman because that is my favorite so far of the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. That's number 6. And I cried like a motherfucking baby reading that book. Bawled. I was driving home from work shaking. I was sobbing so hard.
So my goal after pod is 2 things. Start Crawler all over again. Because I only listened to book 1, and that was last year around this time.
Right.
And finish what I've been writing. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have still been writing and working. Good. I am still on my serial killer book. I am still on my shit.
Well, my plan when pod is over, I will be doing Smut Girl Summer with Nurse Katie, but I have officially finished 1 of 3 series that I set a goal for myself to finish this year. I finished The Crimson Moth yesterday. The second book was really good. I feel the same about it. It was very predictable, but I didn't want to stop reading it. So I need to finish 2 more series. Don't know what it's going to be yet. And then
you should let me pick.
I'll let you pick. That's fine. And then
Discovery Witches.
No, it's 2 series that I have on my physical TBR. That's the rule.
Oh man.
And I'm going to do Smut Girl Summer, and then I am going to finally finish my deep dive into the Hunger Games. I only read the first one last year, and I want to, before Sunrise on the Reaping comes out in the fall, I want to have annotated all of the books. So that's my plan. But I'm
almost done with my first nonfiction of the year.
Oh,
which is really impressive for me because I struggle with nonfiction.
Yeah, so. I've already finished 1 nonfiction this year.
Of course you have.
Well,
you're a fast reader, baby.
I am not a fast reader. I'm doing 1 a quarter. But going back to BookCon, I have about 40 pounds of books. So now I need to decide if I want to pay to check a bag and send them that way, which I'm probably going to do. But I also have the option to ship a box to the hotel, and the hotel only charges $2 per box. So instead of buying them from Amazon and shipping them directly there, I could buy them all, have them shipped to my house, box them up really nicely, and then ship them to New York.
And you can use the post office and use medium mail because they're all books.
Can't use media mail unless it's a certain weight. Media mail only can be a certain weight. It's one book. I have, I don't know, something like 40 books, 30 books, something like that. And
so you
honestly,
put them all in one box as
well, so I don't really know about, I don't know which would be better. And this is my problem because my anxiety is like, well, if you ship them and they get lost, you've lost all those books and you won't have anything for anyone to sign. If I take them on the plane and my bag gets lost, yeah.
I mean, it's a 50-50 shot either way right now. The way like we're seeing troubles at the airports right now, and there's trouble with the post office right now, and it's just,
well, if the bag was lost, I would have a few days before BookCon to actually get the bag.
There you go.
But with the post office, who fucking knows?
Once it's gone.
Right. But I have some books that I'm taking like duplicate copies of, like Red, White, and Royal Blue. I own the special edition, and then I own my original copy, which I've read to the point that it's like in bad condition.
That's but my discovery that I had Deb sign, like it is just beat to death.
I've annotated that one, and I was talking to Katie about it, and I was like, maybe I should just not take this copy. And she's like, no, I think Casey McQuiston would like seeing.
She would love seeing that it's annotated, how much you loved it. Yes.
And then, of course, I'm taking 2 copies of Lies and Our Monsters because I made Chezzy a gift out of one of them.
You better hug her tight for me. Like that's the only thing I'm having FOMO about right now is Chessie. That's the only thing I'm having FOMO about.
Do you know what she and I like nerdied over? Emily St. John Mandel is going to be at BookCon.
Oh my God.
And we both loved Station 11.
I know.
And
you should listen to our episode, Ignore Molly.
And she doesn't have reservations for her signing, so I don't know if we'll be able to even get her to sign. But Chezzy was like, that's the only author that I want to meet as a fan. Like all the other authors, she would prefer to meet them as like a fellow author.
Yeah.
But her publisher is going to have her signing arcs of Evie and Her Nightmares. And so she'll probably get some behind the scenes access as well.
I hope she does, because she deserves to be a fangirl as much as she's an author.
Yeah.
She deserves both.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you want to talk about this week's author in this week's book?
Sure. But before we do that, one more thing about BookCon. Our sponsors, Carpe Librum, will not be there because they are opening their physical shop the same weekend as BookCon.
Look at them, badasses.
However, I can confirm that they sent me things to hand out at BookCon. I do not have them yet. I do not have them yet, but I received a shipping confirmation, so I will have new merch from them that I'll be wearing. And
spring colors.
Well, one of them I'm very excited about because it was actually in my cart to buy and they're sending it to me. So I'm like, well, that's awesome.
You lucky potato.
I know. And then I will have some things to pass out. So if you are going to BookCon, find me. I will most likely be wearing the shirt that I'm wearing in this episode at least one of the days, Book Besties podcast with my name on the back. And then I will wear a BookCon or a Carpe Librum shirt another day. But if you are not going to BookCon, you can still shop the website and use our code New Things 2026. And that all saves caps. All caps. Saves you $5 off of an order of $25 or more.
Yes, and it is stackable on top of any offers that they currently have going on the website. And that is our code from now till the end of the season.
Yes, and we love their merch. Highly big fans. I was actually wearing one of their shirts while I was at James's birthday party, and a woman was like, "Oh my gosh, I love your shirt. Where did you get it?" And I was like, "Actually, let me tell you about Carpe Librum." So I gave her our code, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing." So
my new bag is so sturdy. Liv put Cloud in it and was carrying her around in it.
Shit.
Cloud jumped out pretty fast.
Yeah,
but that's a fucking sturdy ass bag.
I'm still carrying mine back and forth to work with several books a day, and I'm having no problem with it.
None. The bags are sturdy.
And my water bottle. That's a heavy bag. Yeah, it's very good. All right, so let's talk about this week.
Okay. This week we are talking about My Sister, the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braidsworth. I looked that up and I said
It's
it.
Braithwaite.
Braithwaite.
Sorry, Braithwaite. But you
Braithwaite.
did say the first name right.
Onika. I looked that up and it took me a minute. Onika Braithwaite. And
Yeah.
she is Nigerian born and raised. She went
Yes.
to college in London and went back. She's a poet. She works at a publishing house. Woman is busy, okay?
That's her first book, right?
This is her first fully published novel, which I was kind of worried about. It is under 300 pages. It is, with acknowledgments, it's 226 pages. So my concern was it's going to be because the audiobook's under 5 hours even.
Yeah, it was a 4-hour audiobook.
Mm-hmm. My concern was we weren't going to have enough to talk about because of how short this book is. My God. Okay.
Yeah,
let me
not
give
a problem.
you a synopsis.
Please do.
Korede loves her sister and would do anything for her, and well, she has. We meet the two when Aola says a phrase to Korede she was hoping to never hear from her sister again. I killed him. Korede is a respected nurse, soon to be head nurse at her hospital, and seems to be the only one who keeps her mother and her sister straight and paying attention to the real world. But Aola doesn't know how to slow down, and things just keep happening around her on accident.
Yeah.
As we settle into life at Lagos, Nigeria, with Korede's family in her life keeps getting more and more difficult as her sister keeps, I'm going to use this word loosely, dating. Let's spend some time in Nigeria and at the family compound, shall we?
Yep.
Okay. Oyinkan's Braithwaite isn't an author we've read before. Mm-hmm. Will you read her again?
Yeah, and I wanted to read her other book. When you picked this book, I was like, oh, I was kind of more interested in reading your other book because I was kind of worried this one was going to be scary. It's not scary. No. I guess I can say it's like a light mystery because it's not really a mystery either.
It's not bloody like you would think a serial killer book is.
Yeah. So Goodreads actually calls it a thriller and maybe a thriller light. I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually just think it's fiction, and it's a story about sisters.
Fiction. It Entertainment Weekly calls it a comedy.
I don't know if I would call it a comedy. Maybe like a dark comedy, I guess. But
I mean, there is some funny moments in it. You're like, oh my God, no.
But I will definitely read her again. I think what is her other book called? Second Daughter? Is that what it's called?
Oh my gosh, they're promoting it everywhere too. My brain is just
spacing. It's
another sibling book.
It's a pick with Jenna as well.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to
put the information down here about the new book.
It is called. It came out last year, and it's called. Okay, Goodreads, you loaded everything until that point. All right, it's called Cursed Daughters. And it came out last year, and it's a read with Jenna pick. And I do plan to read that one.
What did you think of her writing style? Because there's this lyricalness to it. And
yes.
You could see her poetry side.
And I'm really glad that I read it as an audiobook because like we did the Poet X. I want to say that was like our first season.
Yeah.
And the reason, and that's by Elizabeth Acevedo. And the reason that I told you read this one as an audiobook was because it is poetry. And the book audiobook is narrated by the author. And so she's telling it to us the way it's intended to be. This audiobook reads like this woman writes poetry. There's such a deep, imaginative, figurative language in the writing. That hearing the narrator read it with a Nigerian accent. And, it was just, it mattered. And also I know how to say the names correctly, all that.
Yeah. The what I really loved about this is you get short chapters, long chapters, short chapters, long chapters.
Yeah.
The short chapters is usually your more poetic one, right? Like in the beginning. It's called Words. Aola subs me with these words. Korede, I killed him. I have hoped I would never hear those words again. And then there's like one where is it? I can't find it off the top of my head right now, but there are several like this. And when you hit those short chapters and we're more lyrical and we're more closer to poetry, it feels as if Cora Day is almost disassociating, right? As like she's just disappearing because this cannot be her life again,
right?
You know, what was I going to say after that? I don't know. So
I don't know, but you're absolutely right. And it's a really good story.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to like it.
Yeah, I know. I was worried you weren't going to like this one. We jump right into this book. Aoli has reached out to her sister Corday because she's killed her boyfriend, and well, Corday helps her clean it up. What did you think about how we meet these two sisters?
Yeah, I really think we're both eldest daughters, and there's a responsibility that comes with that, which is discussed a lot in this book.
Oh, wait. Yes.
And I feel like that's where Corday is. She's like, not a fucking again. I've got to go clean up her mess again. And you can make it any scenario. It doesn't have to be that she's a serial killer and she's murdering people. It could be any scenario that you're cleaning up after your sibling. It just happens that's
got kicked out of another college,
right?
Gets fired from a job for stealing, like put in said situation
in jail, like anything, like that's any of those situations would have worked. It being a serial killer is, I have thoughts on why I think that was the choice. But it'll be better to talk about that a little bit later when you ask a certain question. So because I did actually prepare for this episode by reading your questions ahead of time.
I mean, last week, nothing could have prepared us for last week.
Nope.
Even reading the book we covered last week didn't prepare us for last week. These sisters, we've watched it slowly, right? And learn it slowly, but they're true, complete opposites. Physically, mentally, one's a healer, one's a killer. One is described as traditionally beautiful, fair skin, all of the desirable qualities in Nigeria, while Corday is round and looks like her mother and has darker skin and is more of a common looking girl, as she says. And we can see how these two vast differences in this book, how these women are treated because of it, right? Why give such a hard contrast on these siblings?
So I think that having them be polar opposites is completely necessary. It can't just be that one's a murderer and one's a person that cleans it up and hides it. There has to be more than that. And I feel like you have to make Corday feel inferior to her younger sister, or she wouldn't put up with this shit.
She feels like she owes her.
She owes her sister because someday her sister is going to marry someone and blah, blah, blah. Like she owes her that.
She owes her that.
Yeah. I also think it's really important that I know we're going to talk a little bit more about their dad's behavior a little bit later, but I want to say right now, Molly, that even though how do you say her name?
Corday or Aoli?
Aoli. Aoli, you could maybe say she was like a psychopath, right? Because she's serial killing people. She's doing it without or little to no remorse.
I mean, she's acting like on social media nothing's happened.
But I think Corday is a sociopath. I think that she would hide anything. And that's why when we talk about the ending, that's why I was like, what do you think actually happened there? Because I don't think that Corday's hands are as clean as she thinks they are.
I mean, you could... When I heard this was a murder mystery, I was like, what if Corday's the one killing the men? Right?
I thought that too. Yeah.
Right? And I think that's kind of the point. We don't really trust her as a narrator, but we do trust her as a narrator.
And she's definitely unreliable.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
it's the
she has to lie to
dissociating to
us.
me. It's the
Yeah.
dissociating to me. When she dissociates, it's like, what did she actually do in that
Right.
time period?
What did we miss?
Right.
Why is this chapter so short? Why are we So that's my next question actually, is the dissociation question. Corday keeps the disassociating several times in this novel with
Mm-hmm.
chapters like Knife and Bleach. Bleach talks about cleaning solutions, and she's really like hyper focused on the process of cleaning and why it's important to mix this
Mm-hmm.
way and this way, and like and why it gets so clean. And we kind of just evaporate the whole part about cleaning up a dead body and blood everywhere and her sister being a murderer, right? It seems to be a way for her to process all the things happening to her. What do you think about Corday and how she's handling everything that's happening to her
Well,
or around her?
I think she needs to disconnect. You have to think about the fact that she's a nurse, right? And so I think she
Mm-hmm.
needs to disconnect and not see the men as people that were killed by her sister, but as patients, right?
Yes.
So now the body is dead. We need to clean up we need to sanitize the area again so we can start
Yeah.
over with another body.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that that's really important to her character, but I also feel like it's a literary allusion to Macbeth, Out Dim
Yeah.
Spot. It's the
Damn
constant cleaning, and you constantly feel like you cannot clean enough. She has her car inspected, and she's
Well, they
worried they
take
will.
it.
I know. She's worried that they will find the blood stain that the way the
Yeah.
book starts is with a murder, but she's worried they're going to find the blood stain, and that's
Yeah,
not.
even though she knows she's cleaned it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
like in the back of her mind, she's like, did I get it all?
Yeah.
Is something missing? Like she is constantly second guessing, is it enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also we have her Corday also stops and will think about the man at the bottom of the ocean and
Mm-hmm.
think about the fish eating him and be like,
Mm-hmm.
nope, can't think about that right now.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she catches herself on his blog, reading his poetry, going,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I didn't know him
Yeah.
very well. And
She's doing
it's just
all the things that you don't do if you don't want to be caught murdering as a murderer.
no.
And like, sure, she didn't actually murder him, but she helped dispose of the body, so she's an accomplice.
Yeah.
And when you pull that thread, there's already 2 other people that her sister murdered and she helped hide as well.
Yeah. And like by the time we get to halfway in this book, it is assumed her sister has killed 3 because she's just come back from Dubai with
No,
an old
that's
man.
the 4th one.
Oh, right. The guy she cleans up. Yep.
The first guy is the 3rd one, and that's when she realizes she's a serial killer because she starts Googling serial killer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You don't do that. That's how you get caught.
No. Okay. We've hit the question you and I have been waiting to hit.
Okay.
I want to talk about their father and the sprinkling of him throughout this book, but I want to talk about how he treats each of the girls. I want to talk about his behavior, his language, his death, how he abused Aoli more than he did Corday, his obsession with his own knife. So where do you want to jump in first?
Well, I want to take issue with her with the he abused Aoli more than Corday, because I don't necessarily think that it was a more than less than thing. It was a different type of abuse. So he saw value in Aoli's beauty and he abused that. And like he was going to traffic her to a chief.
Oh yeah, he was going to, and when she wouldn't, he physically whipped her.
Right. And then sent his sister to go pick her up, and his sister was going to do it too. Like, yeah. But Corday was abused because she was trying to protect her sister.
Yeah.
So
as an eldest daughter, they do that.
Been there. So yeah, I mean, his abuse towards the girls and what ultimately leads to his death. He abuses their mom, he abuses the girls. And it's insinuated that they didn't necessarily kill him, but they
didn't stop it either.
Like he was in the act of dying and they waited for him to die before they called for help.
I
Um,
mean, can you blame him?
no, no, but he was actively cheating on the mom
Yep.
and actually brought a girl to the house during,
Yeah.
like, all three of them were home and was like,
Like in the middle of the night or some shit. And he's like, this is my house. What's the fucking matter to you guys?
and the way that the girl behaved was disgusting.
Ugh.
My boyfriend will tell you what to do. Like, that's her husband. Like, gross.
Mm.
But I think that both girls inherited bad parts of him.
Yeah.
So I think Aoli needs to feel in control of situations, which is
As
why she
one would in
which is
that
why she ends up
situation.
killing people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Corday feels a deep rage that she doesn't know how to channel.
Yeah.
And we don't ever see her like crash out. We don't ever see that. But there is a rage boiling in her that I imagine if this book were
Book two
longer,
of this? Oh shit. Aoli is gonna be the murdered. Honestly, if
I actually wouldn't have been surprised if Corday would have killed her sister to protect the man that she was in love with.
I
The
I
doctor.
wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised after all of this happens years later. Cordy finally snaps,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just her leaving her mom and her sister's dead body on the compound, and she's going to work every day. Going to work, coming home. Going to work, coming home. Going to work, coming home. And nobody knows that the two are dead for a while.
Yeah.
You know? It's just it gives it just gives snapped
Yeah.
vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whereas Aoli lives everything on the surface. She has to be in control. So if there's even a showing of a little bit of the man could be violent or controlling of her, she just snaps.
Or doing anything she wants, or pushing agenda she wants, or
Mm-hmm.
moving forward too fast, even in the relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, the doctor was going to propose. That's why she went after him with the knife, right? So,
Well,
ugh,
he did propose and she said she was not interested. And then according to her, he got upset and she went after him because of that. But I don't think that's what happened.
No. Coride does everything in her power to keep her work and home life separate.
Mm-hmm.
And yet she cannot stop her sister from coming and not only becoming a topic of conversation at work, but is now in a relationship with Dr. Taru Omatu, whom Korede herself has
Mm-hmm.
deep feelings for.
She's in love with Tade.
Why do you think Korede wanted this divide?
Well, I think partly it's because she's a grown up, even though she lives at home. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even when you're a teenager, you hate when your parents say, take your sister with you. Well, for me,
Oh
it was
my
take
God.
your brother with you. You don't want that, right? And as an adult, to have your mom say, well, it's not that big of a deal if she comes to your place of employment. It is a big deal. It is a
I
big
mean,
deal. I'm
I
a
mean,
grown up. I'm allowed to have a separate life.
Aioli also brings drama.
Mm-hmm.
Aioli, it feels like she thinks she's a social media star, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's constantly posting on Snapchat. She's constantly posting on her other socials,
Mm-hmm.
and she thinks if she's not doing these things, nobody's going to care about me anymore. And so
Yeah.
Aioli needs to be the star, right?
Right.
And Cora Day's like, look, this is where I'm important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think because that's the only place where she is important, she doesn't want her sister, who is treasured for her beauty, to show up because no one will see anything but her
that
face.
that and then they start comparing Cora Day, who is a excellent person at her job,
Mm-hmm.
physically, to her sister, and then she's no longer good at her job. She's Aoli's sister, who's less attractive, right?
Right.
Mm. Mm. Okay, Corday uses a coma patient as a therapist.
She does. Yes.
And well, is pretty shocked when Mutar not only is awake, but remembers everything. I mean, everything Corday has told him.
Yep.
Muhtar keeps her secret and even offers her his personal phone number when he leaves to keeping her secrets. I think Muhtar had feelings for her, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think he and his wife get basically divorced in the book. Yeah.
And he wants to keep in contact with Corday. And why do you think she ends up burning the numbers? Why do you think Muhtar kept her secrets? Like, this is 2 questions, I know, but there's a thought bubble here, right? Like,
I think that she needed to separate herself from him, and which is why she got rid of the number, because if at any point he decided to hold it over her, he could. And she would not have that control anymore. But if you break those ties as best you can, no one's going to believe a man who is in a coma, but they might, right?
They might. You never know. And I mean,
and if you bring him into the inner circle, he would know more information.
Things are different in Nigerian society than they are here. So his word might mean more, right? It may weigh heavier. He's an older man. He's well respected in the community. He has money. Corday is just a nurse.
Yeah.
The cops already don't like her.
Right.
But I mean, that could have been her out too, man.
Yeah. I have a theory about him, but I'm going to hold on to it for right now.
Okay. Aoli refuses to give up her knife, their father's knife. And her sister, she's used it to kill Fema, and then she goes after the doctor with it.
Tade.
He turns around and uses it on her. Are you surprised?
No.
At all.
Not at all. I also wasn't surprised when Corday said, if you tell anyone, I will tell them that you're the one that stabbed her.
I mean, he ends up going to jail anyway. And Aoli...
Right, because Aoli tells that it was him.
Yeah. What's crazy about that to me, though, is Aoli was already under suspicion for another death. And she is put in the hospital for a murder or an assault of some sort against another man who she recently got into a really quick relationship with after her last boyfriend went missing. I, as a detective, go, this is peculiar. I want to do some digging into this. But what do I know?
But she's a pretty face.
She's a pretty face. And like
and that's cops, all they see. They don't care about the rest. They see the pretty face.
A pretty face. When we get to the end of this book, the last chapter is titled Number 5. To me, this means Corday knows whoever is in that living room is going to be her sister's next victim. What do you think? What happens from here?
So I had a lot of ideas about who it could be, but I've had a few days to sit with it. I think it's the man from the coma. And
you think it's Muhtar?
I think it's Muhtar. And I don't think, because he had never met her, and he says that, I don't know your sister, but I know you. And she was in the hospital at the same time he was being released. They could have crossed paths and been released at the same time. And I think Muhtar is there for her, for Aoli. And
I don't think it's Muhtar. I think it's just another random man.
How did she meet a man that fast? She literally just got out of the hospital.
Snapchat, man. Snapchat. She's got all kinds of followers and shit.
No,
I don't know.
I think
it's a good theory, but I don't think it's him.
Okay, well, I do.
It's a good theory, but I don't think it's him.
I do, and then it's going to put Corday in a difficult situation because what happens? What happens when he realizes that this is Corday's sister? Yeah. Is he going to stick around? Is he going to fall for the beauty and believe that it was all a lie, like Tade did?
I cannot believe, by the way, the doctor didn't believe her. He had worked with Corday for years. Years. He knows her inside and out. They are friends. She makes him food. He brings her shit. You're telling me after dating my sister for 2 weeks, you believe her word over mine?
I was thinking with my dick.
My shit dumb. I take it with my dick. My shit dumb. Anyways, but it's just shocking, you know? Shocking. Final thoughts, April Goodreads, what did I miss?
I definitely enjoyed this one. I gave it 4 stars. I felt like it was a solid 4 stars.
Same.
And I really want to read her again.
Yes.
And probably will. We have her second book at the library as well. And she's definitely an author that I feel like she's going to get more hype the more books she puts out.
She's interesting. Her writing's interesting. The storytelling is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She sets it in a setting we don't get a lot.
Right.
This is a story we don't see a lot either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's this sense of newness to her that we're not getting in the reading market right now.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And that is why I enjoyed this book so much.
Agreed. Yeah.
Also, the girl keeps cleaning up murders for her sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you've seen the TikToks where, like, would you kill for your kids? And the moms are like, kill? Really? I don't know. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'd kill for my kids. My sisters, on the other hand. It depends on which one and what they did.
I definitely have a few people in my life that I would call to help me clean up the body. Yes, you're one of them. But I wouldn't kill for you. I wouldn't
ask you to.
I would help you. I would help you clean up the body, though.
I would never ask you to murder for me. You know what I mean?
I would be bad at it. I have a suspicion I'd be really bad at it. We would for sure get caught. I mean, I'm really smart, but if you want somebody to help murder for you, you need Nurse Katie. She knows how the body works a lot better than I do.
Oh my God, and she has facts. And if she doesn't have facts, she is going to find you those facts. Maybe
against your will.
Maybe on a private window, though, or have Tom get you on the dark web somehow.
I don't know.
I know nothing.
I'm not your girl. I have a sneaking suspicion I'd be really bad at murder.
Don't worry. You're good at doing other things. Murder doesn't need to be on your plate.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Murder doesn't need to be on your plate. You have other skills that are way more marketable than murder. I, on the other hand, only have a few marketable skills.
I'm so glad that you think that your best friend has marketable skills that do not include murder. That is just the highest of high compliments.
And the highest of compliments to me is that I think maybe I could.
I know you could. I know you could.
Yeah, I absolutely could.
Every girl needs to keep another girl in her life who could kill.
Shove it, buddies.
Everybody needs one girl that could kill.
There's always that thing, looks like a cinnamon roll, could kill you. I look like a cinnamon roll. I absolutely do. I have been compared to Miss Rachel for Tiny Humans because of the bubbliness and the overalls and the joy I bring Tiny Humans. But let me tell you what. Get those kids away from me and let a man start just running his mouth.
The book Besties fit into those 4 categories, by the way. So, looks like a cinnamon roll could kill you is you. Looks like a cinnamon roll is me.
April. Yeah.
Looks like they could kill you is a cinnamon roll is Katie.
Yeah.
Looks like they could kill you would kill you is Tom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just dropped a bunch of water.
And that is the Book Besties podcast. Okay, so while Molly's trying to clean up her mess, I'm going to give another plug for Carpe Librum. Be awesome. Readbooks.com. Go get yourself some Carpe Librum merch. Their shirts do not shrink. They are size inclusive. They are the colors, like the heather colors. So they're like not, I don't know. I feel like they're cozier than
They
other.
are. They feel worn in, man.
Yeah, I like that. They
I
give
do
you
too.
that vintage worn in vibe. And then
While still being a brand new shirt.
yeah, exactly. And mine have not faded. And I've had some
Zero?
Carpe Librum shirts, not at all. I've had some Carpe Librum shirts for
A long time.
almost 3 years now. So yeah, or 2 years, something like that. Anyway, use our code new things 2026 to get $5 off your order of $25 or more on their website, beawesomereadbooks.com.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next time because I'm a mess.
We need to talk about what we're doing. Next week, we're reading this book, Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is a fan-suggested book.
It is a fan favorite, too, from what I hear.
We're finally getting there.
People love this book.
Started. Yeah.
People love this book. Matt blew through this series.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far already.
Matthew Biggs blew through this series, and when he heard we were covering it, he's like, I don't know if you're going to like it, Molly.
Well, I'm liking it so far. And then the week after, we will have my husband on, our editor.
Who's hosting?
To read some weird ass
Funny
RPG.
Book. Funny books.
Yeah.
Funny books.
All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
I swear. Bye. Thank you for joining us on Book Besties. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The views discussed here are those of April and Molly, not those of anyone else. Today's book was My Sister the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. We would like to thank our sponsors, Carpe Librum, the shop that has bookish things for bookish people. And right now, you can save $5 off your order of $25 or more by using our code NEWTHINGS2026. Your book besties are Molly Biggs and April Watkins. Editing by Thomas Watkins. And music is Sleep Sweetly by Brigida. Don't forget to follow the Book Besties on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. If you'd like to contact the Book Besties, please email us at bookbestiespod@gmail.com or visit our website, bookbestiespodcast.com. Until next time, besties, get lost in your favorite book.